Okay, yeah, it's like whatever.
There, let me grab. This meeting's being recorded. Blah blah. Cool. Okay, let me grab a drink real quick. Is that cool?
For sure. Take your time.
Oh yeah.
Mikey motherfucking Hood. Oh shit.
Yeah. Does this mean I'm a Zoom dweeby?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I think I am now too.
Hell yeah, man. I'm about to get fucked up though, bro. Look at old Milwaukee. I'm not even kidding.
Good.
No, I had coffee here, but I think we drank it all.
It happens.
No, it's a non-alcoholic beer though. I've been drinking like I think 150 or 160 days. I don't even know.
Oh no shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sober, so it's like I lost count at like a while ago.
Good. Well, should I congratulate you? Is it a thing that you made a decision just to stop drinking, or you decided, I'm just gonna take some time off?
No, man, because I've been drinking so much on tour. So when the pandemic started, I figured I'd act like I'm in a pandemic. So I just go sober while everybody else is turning into fucking zombies. I'm going to be the one killing everybody.
Yeah, get into shape and shit.
I don't know. I was just like, everybody's losing their fucking minds, man. I'm just over here waiting for tour to start again, you know?
I know, man. I think a lot of people want to get back on the road, huh?
Yep.
Oh, let me shut my phone off here too. Welcome.
Let me call. That's some cat leak shit out. Awesome. Hey, so is this thing actually recording?
Yeah, we're recording. We're good.
Oh shit! All right.
Who gives a fuck? Everybody knows you.
Oh. Yeah, look at my eyes. I look hella Chinese right now.
Yeah, look at mine. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah, but Joe, you're smoking blunts, bro. I got these shits with. I think they come with. Let me read the ingredient. It says marijuana, fentanyl, and a dead hooker's DNA.
Well, shit, that'll do the trick, man.
Damn, that's some heavy shit. This shit's called the Bake Bar. I just did product placement on your podcast, bro.
Good. Shout out to whoever they are.
Product placement with Taco Bell. What's up?
Yeah, I just did a dab. I didn't smoke no blunt today. It's still early.
We ain't fucking done, bro. You think I'm kidding?
Fuck, man, you fuck with wax too? You do dabs?
Yeah, well, I stopped smoking blunts because they were fucking my throat up. And then smoking joints and shit. Like if the cops pull you over out here, they swab your fingers. They got these tests and shit. So if you've been smoking like a blunt or anything like with weed, they'll fuck you up out here. It's a fucking straight up DUI.
Wow.
You know,
yeah, I think they're moving that way here too. In fucking Detroit, they'll do like a mouth swab to see if you smoked in the past couple hours. Yeah.
I think that's what it was. And you know, the place I saw that, this was years ago. We were in Austria, and it was one of those nights. I used to do a lot of drugs and shit. It was one of those nights where I was the sober guy at like fucking going to the next show. It was really weird because when I'm on tour, I'm fucking fucked up. I don't remember the last 20 years of tour. I'm not kidding. But it was one of those days we got pulled over in Austria, and these cops started swiping our fucking fingers and shit. I'm pretty sure they swiped my mouth. Thank God I wasn't on any fucking drugs or anything at the time. But the rest of the band, they were all fucked up. And here I, Captain Save the fucking Day, drug-free Mike Hood. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't do anything. In the last 20
You're a good boy driving around the hooligans.
Hell yeah, no, I was going through fucking Austria, and I thought everybody's always like, yo, in Austria, there's no speed limit. So I'm like, okay. And I was doing this. I'm not kidding, dude. I was doing like 115 miles an hour in a fucking Sprinter, and everybody's asleep, dude. And all of a sudden, we're getting pulled out of the fucking Sprinter by the Gestapo, basically. These motherfuckers. Yeah. And I had no idea. And the thing is, I speak German. I speak really good German. I'm my grandma's from Germany, so I grew up learning German when I was a kid and shit. And they're like, yo, was ist los? You know, what's up? And I'm like, huh? I don't speak that shit. So I'm playing hella stupid. And they're like, fuck it. We'll just let these guys go. They're just fucking around, blah, blah. And I'm just like, And I look right as the dude said that shit, I looked at him like, yeah. And I think the dude was like, hey man, like was ist los? And I was like, alles klar. I was like, we're fucking no, so I started speaking German to this dude. He was like, he wanted to take his schnitzelian fingers and just give me a little slap.
Motherfucker, you made his job harder.
Fuck that fucker. They spawned Hitler, fucking Austrian fucks. And then the fucking Germans, I'm German. We got to take credit for Hitler. That's like Japan taking credit for the China virus. Oh.
Oh,
oh God. No political arguments
not
here.
Not here.
Keep going with the
interview. No, fuck. That's interesting though.
Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm on a tangent, man. You got me stoned in the morning. I never smoke weed till about 6 in the evening, for real.
What time is it? It's 9:30 there now?
Right now it's a little past 9. I'm not sure. I don't want to touch this phone, dude, because I got this Zoom shit going. I never used this shit in my life. Everybody's like, yo, man, my kid's on the Zoom thing and all this shit. Man, I'm like, motherfucker, I got cats. I got no fucking kids. You dumbasses who had kids, that's your fucking problem, not mine. Get a cat, motherfucker. You young kids, get a fucking animal. If you don't want no responsibilities in life, don't go find a bitch and try to keep a bitch because you like her a lot at the moment, because that shit will pass. Liking your animals, that shit doesn't pass. Liking kids, fuck kids. Yeah.
I got 2 kids. I got 2 cats though, so it makes up for it.
Oh man. That's nice. What are the cats' names? You thought I was gonna ask your kid's name?
No, fuck them. Shit. No. Sammy and Smokey, 2 girls.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, both they're gray. One's obsidian or something like that. Something along those.
Yeah. Then, you gotta fucking comb the fuck out of them shits, huh?
Oh yeah, and she's mean as fuck too. So she's not mean to me. Like she'll sit on me, but as soon as I touch like her back, she just fucking trips out. Like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got her off the street like 8 years ago, but she's still fucking feisty.
Well, long hair cats are kind of punks though. My cats are all short hair. They're like skinheads. That they're boots and braces. Pussy boots. They ain't none of them long haired cats that get butt plug or the butt hairs. You gotta get in there and like nibble. I see people trimming their cat's ass. And I'm like, see, fuck those kind of cats too, man. Long-haired cats are punks, bro. I only fuck with skinhead cats.
Yeah, they get fucking dingleberries on those cats, man.
Oh, dude, the dingleberries, man. I'll fucking take them shits off, shoot them with the slingshot at the bus when it comes by. Sorry, you got me stoned, bro. I'm wearing a Freddy Krueger shirt too, bro.
I know, I've seen that. I like it.
Yeah,
Born to Shred, bro. Oh, that's fucking sick.
All these millennials are like, what the fuck's a Freddy Krueger? I'm like, your mom, bitch.
I'm like, you don't go to sleep, motherfucker.
Yeah, don't go to sleep. Hey, but the thing is they got the cure. See, they can't make movies like that where they're like, we got to stay awake. My motherfucker, do a lot of crank. You'll be up for a week. You'll be hunting that motherfucker. I'd be like, yo, Freddy, coming to you, bro. Yeah, man, we're gonna steal your car. We're gonna paint your car. We're gonna take the fucking microwave apart. I got a fucking vacuum cleaner. We're gonna fucking clean the front yard. We got this covered.
Shit. So is everything going good in California these days? You able to leave your house, or are you able to
the
barber shops open?
As far as shops being open, it's really bad in California. We got this dude named Gavin Newsom, like whatever he is. Yeah, he's a
I've heard the name, yeah.
The dude's shut us down. It's been 4 times since they've shut the barber shop down. In February 2020, I had like 100 fucking shows booked, and here comes mid-March. I bought like 10 grand in merch. I had all this shit ready to go. I had fucking 100 fucking plus shows going, and then all of a sudden everything here got shut down, and then everything started following suit with the United States. So I'm sitting here with a fucking pile of merch. The tours canceled. They shut the fucking barbershop down. I mean, for months, I was just sitting around like, trying to not spend any fucking money. I went on a wild fucking vodka binger for the first 3 months. I pissed my bed a couple times. I took up hard alcoholism. It was fucking awesome. Then I went, then I went weed edge, bro. Honestly, the pandemic doesn't really fuck with people like me. I go to work and I cut hair, and then I go out hiking or shooting guns. And then go on tour. You know, I this shit doesn't affect me. I don't have kids. I don't have family. You know, I got my mom and dad. But honestly, the pandemic, it's like I don't hang around people that often. But when I do hang around people, I'm constantly around them for like days on end. You know, when we're on tour, I'm fucking around people 24/7. You know.
Oh yeah.
So like right now, I'm loving this shit. I like this pandemic shit. I don't want it to fucking end. I don't give a fuck. I never liked China anyways. Them motherfucking, their government sends us fucked up shit. I'll stay home another fucking 6 months and collect this motherfucking unemployment from these clowns. Fucking
yeah. I mean, you know, fucking Newsom's willing to give it out, you know. So right, and he's got to be able to get it. Yeah.
Well, the thing is they're giving us money. It's like fucking, it's 70 degrees out. And in California, only one kid, I think, you know, fact people, whatever. I think there's been one case in California of somebody that's been under the age of 20 who's died directly from coronavirus. Hence, that person also had fucking like you know, respiratory issues, etc. But they're blaming everything on that shit. You don't even get the flu out in California no more. It's just
that just disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like skipping fucking HPV and going straight for the HIV. You know, I mean, it's that absurd. These motherfuckers, they want to be like, I had coronavirus, and then they want to tell you about it. It's like, motherfucker, did you get tested? Well, no, but my friend had it. It's like, no, go get your shit tested. Because I have yet to see somebody die from it, but I've seen quite a few people who have had it, supposedly. You know, a lot of the people come into the barbershops, like here, I mean, I was still cutting here and there, like for the doctors, the EMTs, some of the fire department guys, some of these correction dudes. I get cops once in a while that come in and get haircuts, and they're all still working. And I get these random calls, and I'm like, I ask the doctors and nurses, I'm like, what's up, man? What's going on? This shit is fucking straight chaos. And they'd be sitting there being like, I don't know. I went home early today.
Damn, man.
For real. That's the shit I'm hearing from these fucking nurses and doctors. But then some of the other nurses from the other hospital come in and they're like, yo, we're fucking slammed. And I'm like, are these people dying? They're like, nobody's dying. I'm like, motherfucking heard that shit. Fucking let everybody get it. Get on with it. Let's get back to work, man.
Yeah, that seems like they're going fucking that way anyway. They're like, they're talking about herd immunity, this and that. Like we could do this a year ago instead of fucking sitting in our house for 10 months. You know, I mean the vaccine, whatever. You get your fucking vaccine. Let's wrap it up. You know, wrap it up.
That's the thing. That's another thing too. Is like I would say, like out of the 5 doctors like that I cut, a couple of them are like surgeons. One of them's for the, I don't know, the respiratory. I don't know shit about that shit. But like three or 4 of them were like, yo, fuck that vaccine. I ain't taking that shit either. I'm not promoting against it or for it. I'm just saying for myself right now, I'm going to hold off, chill. And I know eventually I'm going to have to take it either way because I'm fucking traveling or I'm out with hoods all the time. I mean, we were supposed to be in Europe. I'm supposed to be in fucking Thailand right now. I mean, I can't travel. I mean, you know, I could leave my state and shit, but I can't get the fuck over into other countries. So when that inevitably happens, I'm going to have to take the shit. I'm not really into it, but you know, fuck it, yo. I mean, I got to be able to live too. And
yeah. Hey, yeah, that's going to be the thing. You got to fucking show your little card before you jump on a plane across, any ocean pretty much.
Hey, that shit fucking, that makes me feel like a fucking that's like some Nazi shit to me though.
Yeah.
I don't I don't agree with that because I'm 47 years old. I'm in really, really good fucking shape. Thank God. Satan, whoever you fucking believe in. I don't see, that's another thing. You can fucking, he said God. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck about God, Satan. I love cats. Fuck everybody. But with the all this stuff coming out, you got stuff from Moderna, fucking Johnson just got approved, and the fucking other one, Pfizer. And Pfizer's all over the shit. Even these pharmaceutical companies are getting mixed up in this political shit, man. You know, I mean, Pfizer's out there, they're in some scam with like, I just heard some shit the other day, like not Hunter Biden, but I don't know, that motherfucker's over fucking 13-year-old fucking hookers in China and shit. When is that cool?
It's not cool, man.
You know, and nobody says shit about nobody like that. All these politicians, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, none of these motherfuckers are going to call your ass back. And you got friends who've been friends for 5, 10, 20 fucking years fighting each other over what he or she said. Man, fuck Biden and Harris and Trump and all those motherfuckers, yo.
Yeah.
It doesn't, they ain't gonna call you back. And so if you're gonna get pissed off at your homie over some shit that the president said, man, motherfuck the president. He ain't showing up at your fucking barbecue on Sunday, blood.
Heard that, man. Like, yeah, shit's got out of hand. You know, the whole division is just too much to even fucking get into. It's like,
well, sure.
You know,
there's shit
people
before
hate each other over this fucking shit. Like, and like whoever you wanted to win or didn't win, like they're like, ha ha, in your fucking face. Like, all right, you know, it's not a competition. It's the United States. You know, we should all be trying to make, you know, hope shit gets better. But you know,
well, contrary to what you just said, it is a fucking competition with these clowns. It's a competition to divide and fucking, this is a war of attrition on their behalf, pushing. They say this is a fucking race war. Yeah. I'm 47 years old, dude. I grew up in the 70s. I grew up in the fucking 80s. I grew up in the 90s. I seen the 2000s. This is not a fucking race war. This is a fucking class fucking war. Straight the fuck up. This has nothing to do with fucking Chinese people, blacks, Mexicans, whites, Jews, fucking Muslims. It ain't about any of that shit. This is about the government trying to make us poised against each other so they could go and fuck little kids in China and buy fentanyl and have, you know, it's all a cover. It's smoking mirrors, bro. They want us to pivot against each other. The American people, they want us to fucking fight. They're over there laughing. That shit, that December shit at the Capitol, that was planned by Democrats and fucking Republicans. Let's get fucking real. Those motherfuckers were given the fucking tour of the fucking place. And I'm a crazy ass motherfucker. And I'm going to tell you, if I was at the Capitol and I seen all them people going up in the Capitol, I'd sit back for a second and be like, I'm about to go get some pizza while these motherfuckers are going to get bucked by the motherfucking police. And since they didn't get bucked by the police, that tells you the motherfuckers were like, hey, man, let it happen. They planned this shit, bro.
Yeah. It's all weird how it just all falls into place, and it can almost be not just predicted, but pointed out, you know.
Oh, dude, absolutely.
It's like, it's not just fucking predicted. It's already like well known, you know, they're like some shit's going to happen and it's going to be planned by somebody or, you know, somebody else.
Well, regardless. just the height of that, like, you know, when a president travels around, you know, you got a fucking entourage, or you absolutely don't. I mean, Biden had like 5 people at his rallies. That Trump Nimrod had like fucking 3 million Walmart shoppers at his rallies, you know? And it's like they're both the fans of these presidents, whether you're for Trump or Biden, are fucking fanatical fucking idiots. And everybody's lost their difference of opinions. That you can't have your own ideas. And if they're different than what's the mass around you, because I live in California, and if you have any other opinion that is coerced or different than the next person, you're a fucking pedophile, you're a racist, you're a homophobic, or vice versa, you know, and people are throwing the race card out here. And I mean, dude, I grew up in the fucking 70s. Shit used to be way, way more fucked up. They really had the fucking Ku Klux Klan. They had fucking Nazi skinheads. I mean, I don't know if you went to shows. I was going to shows in the mid to late 80s, and there was fucking white supremacist skinheads at fucking shows. And we beat the fuck out of these dudes. It took years to, you know, for us to like gain our scene back, I guess, in our city. We would travel to other cities. Like, we go up into Detroit. The only similar cities to Sacramento is like Detroit, Newark, New Jersey, Philly, motherfucking parts of Miami. People don't know Cali's fucked up and rough as fuck too. But, you know, shit. And like, not to get off track, because I do that shit a lot. I got this shit called ADHD. But yeah, the government's definitely trying to pivot us against us. And man, I hope people don't fall for that shit, man, because people are trying to cancel culture and all this other shit. I understand a lot of the shit, but put the shit in a museum somewhere. If stupid motherfuckers want to go look at old archaic shit and have their old ideology, fuck, man, they're American. Let them do what the fuck ever. Just like if a motherfucker wants to go throw a brick through a fucking window. I mean, what? Who am I to tell them no?
Right.
That's the freedom here in this country. But despite that, like the irony is we're slowly getting less and less of it. You know, and it's like I'm sure on this next time I tour or next time I go to Europe, every time I go to Europe, Europeans are total, like they're politicians. They're asking me, first off, musicians. It's like they ask me who you're about, and it's like, man, at this point, I'm like, I ain't about none of them, because it's going to cause an argument one way or another. You're either going to agree with me or you're going to disagree. And you may have liked me for years or my band for 20 years, but as soon as I have a different fucking opinion, you're going to be like, fuck you, Mike Hood, later, motherfucker. And to me, that's not what hardcore is about. You know, we're diverse, and the loyalty to each other, the friendships that we've created. I mean, I'm talking to you in motherfucking Detroit. You know, I've been playing your city since 1995, and I know so many people in your city that are wonderful. I'm never letting no politics get in between, like Jeff Coulter's life, or fucking, you know, like, I don't know. I got too much one-on-one time with people to push them away for some fucking clown on the television with a bad tan, or some motherfucker who's sniffing kids.
It is crazy how it's fucking like everybody's picking a side, and you know, they're fucking just like digging their heels in. It's like, let's sort of look at the bigger picture, because in the end, that doesn't matter to what we do.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it shouldn't affect the people that, you know, like you see at shows when you're on tour, you know, like they fucking supported you for years, or you come to their city. It's like, it's not nothing to do with that. You know, it is what it is. You have one feeling or another. It doesn't matter what it is. It's like, fucking get over it. However the fuck you think I feel or don't feel, then
get past it, and let's go fucking smoke a blunt, or be straight edge, or drink a beer. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want, but don't lose your friendships over politics. Absolutely not, dude. I'm fucking, and the thing is like, there is a lot of politically driven hardcore bands. I'll give them that. You know, there's some bands out there that are totally about the politics. There's some bands that are out there totally about the straight edge, or totally about fucking partying, like Murphy's Law or Jimmy and them guys. And we need bands that are different. We don't want everybody to sound the same. And some of the best shows I've seen was like, man, I've seen like Scarhead and Earth Crisis play some show. I was like, man, this is going to be fucked up. And it was fucking cool. You know, it's like, I think this was back in like 96. I think it was Scarhead, Hoods, and Earth Crisis were on the same bill. And that's crazy in itself, because we're not really, I used to be straight edge, but that was just my shit. You know, but I don't know. I like the diversity in hardcore, man. I want everybody to be fucking as different as possible, because I don't fucking like anybody else anymore, man. The only time I like people is when I actually go to a show or go hang out with my animals, you know?
Right.
It's like, so I'm scared that the politics is going to get involved in our scene and just make it just, instead of having 10 people at a show, now you're going to have 3 or 4, because the other 5 or 6 think that Joe, Dick, and Harry voted for that guy. Motherfucker, have a barbecue, get it out, bro. Like you said, get on with it, bro. Let's just get on with it. Get back to tour and open up. Fucking everybody dies.
Partying. Yeah, man. It's always good.
You know, and as far as these pandemics go, this shit, the pandemics always come at election time. I remember when the first time Obama was coming up for the presidency, I think it was the H1N1 or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Swine flu.
Yeah, but say for instance, right now, excuse me, they put these pandemics up as like smoke screens, bro. Because while this is going on, what's happening in Flint, Michigan?
Still fucked up.
Okay, well, who didn't do shit in Flint, Michigan? Who said they was going to help you? I mean, you know, Mr. Trump didn't do shit. Biden ain't going to do shit. Fucking the president before Trump ain't gonna do shit. So that gives you a whole kind of like, oh fuck. You know, they're covering up all our major problems. Like Flint, Michigan needs some fucking water. You got little kids fucking walking around drinking fucking shit with lead and mercury in their fucking water. And people are worrying about these presidents.
Yeah, man, that's on the back burner now. Don't give a fuck about an entire city, you know. You know, they don't even have water, and you're in the fucking United States, but you want to fight about some guy that don't give a fuck about you.
Yep. Yeah. Right here. I mean,
on either side. On either side. I'm not just saying, you know.
Oh no, that's absolutely true. I mean, and another thing is like a couple weeks ago, we had this big thing in Sacramento with Gavin Newsom and whatnot. And the thing is like Democrats and Republicans and anybody on any side in California is very much pivoted against Gavin Newsom. And it's like when we all come together to push some fucking scumbag clown out like that, it works really well, and the people are in power then, and it gives us back that, you know, authority, because we're the ones who've got the authority in the big fucking picture. So if we all said fuck those motherfuckers right now, they wouldn't do shit. They wouldn't have a fucking job.
I know, man. Yeah, it's like they've gotten everybody's head though, you know. Everybody's on one side or the other, and you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to.
I don't know. It'll take a couple generations to fucking get over this. I think it's just
this one unfortunately has everybody pivoted at each other's fucking throats right now. It will die down. I've seen it before. I'm almost 50 years old, and in the mid 80s we had Ronald Reagan, and this put the Democrats and Republicans at odds for, you know, fucking 6 years plus. And then we had years of dumb fucking presidents, Bill Clinton. I mean, as much as I want to party with that dude, you know, well, not at the Epstein's. I heard some shit. Actually, I don't actually.
Everybody probably agrees with that one. You know,
I used to like Bill, but you know, I liked him not for politics, because I thought he was a fucking stupid politician. Then they put Bush Jr. in. That's like letting your fucking nephew drive your car when he's 3 years old, and you give him a slip of the go to sleep early juice, the NyQuil, you know. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm only 33, so I was barely fucking paying attention. I was dragged into the whole fucking thing the past couple of years. Like I wasn't even paying attention, but they just like, hey, pay attention. Fucking pick a side, asshole. You know?
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Try to avoid it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not a no one's at this point, man. I'm on my side, man. It's like if you say some shit to me that doesn't make any logic or common sense, I'm like, fuck out of here with that shit. And the thing that bugged me out lately was like, I have nothing against transgendered people whatsoever, but they passed some bill and legislate that we're sending money over to Pakistan. First of all, I have a couple homies from Pakistan, and when they get money, their money goes straight to fucking military grade weapons, usually via Russia. So what's going to happen is we're going to send them all this money for them to do their transgender research, and they're going to spend it on fucking bombs to bomb us. And I just seen a kid yesterday walk in front of my barbershop with one shoe on. They're like 9 years old.
Wow.
They're fucking starving, and we're worried about some shit.
Yeah. You know, but and while he's talking all that shit too, about, you know, like war and this, that, and he's fucking bombing Syria as well, you know.
Not another war. You know, like Trump or not, dude, he didn't start he started a civil war here, though, people could say. But as far as wars with the country and other countries, that was one thing that I was like, cool. Because the last thing we need is war with China. China owns
that happens.
Well, China owns 60% of the United States, if not more. And in places like New York City, they run at least 8 to 10% of the power grid just in the city of New York City. And I mean, there's shit that they could cause us to shut down right fucking now if they wanted.
That's deep. It's scary to think about.
Check this out. I was in Wuhan, China, December 2nd to 5th of 2019. And unbeknownst to me, we were in Thailand. We were over in Thailand doing kickboxing shit and drinking and getting fucked up and hanging out in the jungle with elephants. On the way back, we were going to go to Taiwan, Taipei, Hong Kong. We were going to check those places out. So while we're in Chiang Mai, Thailand, the coup d'etat with the student unions in Hong Kong started getting crazy. So next thing you know, our flights were delayed. They were delayed. I was supposed to be back home by Thanksgiving in this country. in the United States. That's when my birthday was. I ended up getting stuck in Thailand for another, like, fucking 7 days. We were in Wuhan. I was in Wuhan, China for fucking 3.5 days with Jesse, my guitarist from Hoods, and everybody there was already sick. We saw them wet markets. I mean, the fucking wet markets over there, those wet markets are disgusting, bro. It looks like some of the food them fools were eating looks like the shit them bums be pulling out of the fucking garbage cans here. I mean, there, and the weird thing was it was like 38 to 40 degrees there when we were there, and there was flies all over the food in that cold ass weather. And you would go up into a restaurant, motherfuckers would be drinking soup, like slurping and smoking a cigarette, spitting on the floor. They throw all their shit on the floor. That China's a crazy country, man.
Not wearing shoes. Fuck.
No, they were wearing shoes. They had all their proper gear on. Their government gives them shoes. They want their motherfuckers out in the working their asses off. And the thing is we found an Irish pub in downtown Wuhan, and the kids there were amazing, man. The kids in China, the hardcore kids and the hardcore and hip hop kids, man, they're really cool. And it's just the government. The government's really bad. So
yeah,
if anybody thinks I said something negative about Chinese people, that's contrary. It's the government, because the people were great to us, and they were really timid about talking to us in the first place, because if another person sees you talking to somebody who's an American over there, you could get fucking killed.
Fuck.
Straight up.
That's crazy shit there. Yeah, that's communist fucking dictatorship, man.
Well, and a lot of these younger kids in this country are getting on the whole communist tip. Like, they used to do that back when Rage Against the Machine was really big. But the thing is like when Rage Against the Machine was really big, they were pushing guys up like Che Guevara, who were Che Guevara, Enrique from Bloodline. He's Cuban. Remember, he just passed. Rest in peace, Enrique. His mom used to tell us about Cuba and how they'd fucking kill musicians. The government hated blacks, musicians. I mean, down the line, anybody like us, this shit. You couldn't have no podcast like this going on in any of those countries,
Fuck,
and they put these communist dictators up on pedestals like Che Guevara. I still see shit about that dude. That dude fucking killed he was killing his own people. A lot of black musicians in particular too. He hated jazz motherfuckers, racist ass shit, and then like when I was in China, those people, man, it was like going into a room with like everybody it was glum, bro. And the people looked just tired and beat the fuck up, and nobody smiled, man. And it's like it made Detroit look like fucking Disneyland.
Shit. Well, hopefully whatever needs to happen, it just fucking happens, and we can fucking move on with everything.
I hope we don't go to no war with China. I hope we don't go to war with fucking Russia. At
another world war, everybody dies.
They say that, but the thing is, have you ever noticed during the world wars, they might get really, really fucking bad, but it ultimately never happens. And that's because the deciding powers that decide the wars in the first place are up there playing their little fucking pivot games with us. And at the end of the day, it's not about who won the war. It's about the companies like Halliburton who are making who makes the bullets, who makes the flashlights, who makes the rations. Those are the people that want us in war, and those are the people in control. Those are definitely the people in control pushing this fucking agenda of war, because they're filling their fucking pockets on our expendable youth.
Well put. Well,
yeah.
Hey.
Yo, let's talk about Detroit.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about some hardcore. That's a good little rant, though. Appreciate it.
You could start the video right now.
All right. Mikey Hood, hey.
Hey, speaking of Detroit, who's the first Californian to have a cold as life tattoo?
That's the shit, man. How long you had that for? A long time.
I think I got that when I was I think I was 19.
Fuck, man.
Or 20.
Yeah. I'm talking about How was the hardcore scene? Well, you started going to shows in the late 80s, early 90s, said it was hard as fuck.
Yeah. I
You in
started going
Sacramento
to
the whole time? Or like, did you grow up in Sacramento or where were you?
Yeah, I grew up in a city here called Oak Park, and it's right fucking like a mile from Midtown where all the shows happen. I used to go see like DRI, Circle Jerks, fucking 7 Seconds. Kevin lives right up the street still. I grew up on like fucking badass punk hardcore. You know, I obviously was into like shit like Bat Brains and Warzone and Murphy's Law, East Coast shit. But on the West Coast, we had our own shit. We had Uniform Choice, you know. We had fucking 7 Seconds. We had Dead Kennedys. We had MDC who moved out here from Texas. You know, we had a fucking badass punk scene, you know. There was a lot of, we grew up as skinheads, you know. We had a big skinhead scene back in the day. And the skinhead scene here used to be fucking really good. And then the mid 80s reared its ugly head. And then all the fascist shit started coming in, the white supremacist bullshit. And then you had people like Morton Downey Jr., Geraldo Rivera, Oprah Winfrey. They were doing all these interviews with these young skinhead kids. But what they weren't telling you, that the majority of them skinheads were all like just traditional skinheads. They weren't sharp or fucking racist. They were just fucking skinheads. They were working class. Yeah. And then they wanted to put the politics in it, just like the politics now. So this is in a different way, obviously. But back then it was like they wanted to be like all skinheads are racist. I went to an all black high school, you know. Sacramento's predominantly, you know, where I grew up in an all black neighborhood. I went to a black high school. That's why I say right now, it's a class war. This ain't a race war. You know, we were way past that racist shit way back, you know. But those kind of shows, the media, yet again, the media back in the 80s was already pushing the agenda that all the skinheads were fucking white power or they were sharps. And I was like, man, I'm a sneaker skin, bro. I'm not into white power. I'm not all white. My mom's not all white. Half my friends are Chinese or black or fucking Mexican. So we were definitely not into some fucking racist shit. But then all the media, you know, next thing you know, I go to school on Monday, I'm getting fucking practically jumped. And at the time it was kind of crazy because Robert Broussard and Black Tony was the first singer of Hoods, and we were all skinheads, and those two dudes happened to be black dudes. So when all that racist shit came out with like Geraldo saying everybody's racist, or Oprah Winfrey saying we're all racist, them kids were like, what the fuck, man? Yo, why are you dudes black and why are you skinheads? Like, man, we're into music, bro. That's all media hype. And just like nowadays, man, defund the media. That's my next shirt. Defund the media.
Put it out.
And drink near beer at 9 a.m. talking to people from Detroit.
Detroit. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, because so your band started what, 95, 96?
It was late 94. I just come back from Germany. I was over there kicking soccer balls around for like 5 years. But I started this band. I started writing the first Hoods EP when I was about 18 years old in Germany. I got a guitar and an amplifier. I didn't have any friends. All I would do is go train. I would train for like 4 or 5 hours a day, playing soccer. And then I'd go back and sit in my apartment. And half the time I lived in a very cold place. So I started writing all the Hoods jams. I got injured a couple months later. I came back to this country. I started Hoods and I was about 20 years old. And next thing you know, I've been on tour for the last 26 years because we got to take out the 2020. Yeah. The nanu or the two in the pink, two in the stink.
So hold on. So you were in Germany for like 5 years. Why'd you go to Germany?
Oh man, I started going over to Germany and Belgium, Holland, Denmark, Sweden. When I was 15 years old, I started playing soccer for some like Olympic or a U.S. soccer development thing, and I went to some tryouts, and I was already playing for the state or the district team, the state team. I was playing in the men's league already. I was about to start trying to play for the local pro team here. I had to get special papers. I was like 15. I was really good at soccer. So instead of staying in the United States, I just fucking moved overseas because that was the only place you could actually play professionally soccer anyways and make a fucking good living. In the United States, man, you know, it's kind of like California hardcore band in the 80s when everybody only wanted New York hardcore.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I fucking grabbed my fucking soccer ball and moved my ass to Europe and kicked soccer balls for damn near 5 years. Got injured, came back here, started Hoods. Here I
am. Yeah. Well, fuck. You know, so how true is this? You can read shit online about, you know, Hoods and way back in the day. Is it true that like so the shows used to be so crazy that you guys weren't even allowed to play in Sacramento at one time? Is that true that you weren't allowed to play in Sacramento? Or is just is that just a legend?
As far as not being allowed to play, you know, we do what the fuck we want. You know, I don't know about, I'm not going to say we, I'm going to say I, because I can't speak for the other dudes. They're not here. I'm still here. What I saw back then with, like, we had situations back then where we were getting threats from Nazi skinheads, you know, saying they're going to come to our shows and fucking kill us. All kinds of crazy shit, you know, and then we pissed off somebody on the other team, you know, not just the Nazis wanted to kill us, the fucking long hairs or some kid we beat up for running his fucking mouth. And so at some points, people was like, oh, you know, you guys can't play your own city. And it was like, huh, well, I guess I'm going to have to make a name for myself then. You know, they created me. I didn't create it, you know, telling us you're not going to play your own fucking city. Sacramento is ours, mine. As far as I'm concerned, my friends and I run Sacramento and we always fucking will. That'll never, ever fucking change until I die. And even my young kids coming up will take my fucking reins and run with them, you know. Sacramento is one of them cities. It reminds me of a lot of ways of a sunny Detroit, you know. It's a hard fucking place, you know, but we got it under control and we're going to keep moving this motherfucker.
Good, man. I like to hear that shit.
I'm not going to stop. I won't stop until I fucking get killed. I don't think
like you.
Huh?
I said we need people like you.
Diehards, man. The younger kids definitely need the older kids, and as much as they need kids like me, I needed dudes that were in bands like Agnostic Front and the Cro-Mags and the best hardcore band ever, Sick of It All. And thankfully we had bands at my age. I'm a 47-year-old man. And when I was 9 years old and I would see them bands and I would fucking feel that fucking energy, and being the only white boy in my neighborhood, I didn't have no outlet. And then a couple of my other homies started getting into hardcore. You know, it wasn't about your race or how much money you made or didn't make. It was that fucking feeling, you know, it filled that void of emptiness that a lot of us had, you know, missing, you know, our dad's at work, mom's dying in bed. You know, you're from an impoverished neighborhood, you don't got much, you know, you get a guitar, it could change your world. Just the same thing, a guitar and a soccer ball, that could change your fucking whole life, man.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
Hey, and that and a whole lot of conviction, because you just don't get this shit. People always go, man, I want to fucking play in a band. I want to do some shit, you know, or I want to be a barber. I see how you make that money. You know, I'm like, man, you know, there's sacrifices that come with all of this shit. And this shit was never handed, you know, this shit was never taken either. It was fucking earned, you know, and that's what a lot of kids nowadays in these bands, they get big in like 6 months. They'll have an EP out with 6 songs. And they get huge, and all of a sudden they don't know how to deal with that, or they don't know how to write 6 more songs, or they don't know how to tour. You know, I tour, I put out the magazines, I put out my own fucking records, I book my own shit. You know, it's like, you got to have that mentality. You got to have a mentality says, I'm going to get up today and do an interview with some fucking dude in Detroit, and later on I'm going to have band practice, and tonight I'm going to, you know, I'm going to design some more fucking stickers or fucking shirts, or make fucking these fucking pins. You know what I mean? I fucking sit in my house doing all this shit. You know, these kids forget that there's work ethic involved. If you don't have work ethic, you're never going to survive, especially now in this world.
Heard that, man. Yeah, like I'm just a truck driver, but I wake up every day and do it. You know, someone's got to move the fucking parts for a fucking GM, you know?
Hey, truck driving, man. I grew up as a diesel mechanic. My dad just retired last year. I mean, I grew up on fucking Peterbilts, Freightliners, Detroit, Cummins, fucking Caterpillar. Buddy. Yeah, I grew up as a diesel mechanic. You know, my whole family's diesel mechanics. You know, we came from Czech Republic over here. My grandpa went over, shot some Nazis, came back with the German wife, You know, the rest is history, man. Mechanic on.
Oh yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm just saying we all do something to make money, but like it's not like you get like,
Yeah.
I'm good at truck driving either. Like, like I said, you cut hair, you fucking play guitar. That
Make
just
it
didn't
neat,
come
man.
to you. Like it's a motherfucker like trying to learn how to drive a truck. I mean, a stick shift is a stick shift, but a big giant fucking 60 long
Hey,
foot vehicle.
how many
It ain't
gears
that
are in
easy.
that truck? How many gears do you fuck with?
I only have 10, but they go up to 18, man.
Hey, they go up to 32.
Oh yeah.
I used to. Hey, I
not
would,
much anymore, but I know.
Hey, yeah. Back in the day, I used to move land movers, or
Oh yeah.
I moved them shits in my dad's lot, and they would go up some of these fucking things. You see a normal car like 4, 5, 6 speed, or a motorcycle, 5, 6 speed. This motherfucker's got crazy shit. Oh, there's a dog in there. Hey,
what's up, doggy?
Hey, girl. Yo, this is Nora. Here, come here. Yeah, she does the Titanic with me all the time. Yeah. Look at that tail. Get the fuck out of here. I'm doing an interview.
Yeah, my cat should be down here anytime if she fucking comes up here and fucks up everything. I'm like, get out of here.
I wish my cats would come in here. Then it'd be a party. So, hey, when are we going to start this? When are we going to start this interview, man?
Yeah, hey, man, it's been going. We're good.
Oh, shit. Okay.
We're just talking shit. There ain't no fucking...
Hey, dude. Hey, speaking of talking shit, I was watching on YouTube the other day, and I seen something on, like, I was watching this thing. It started with something called Slab City in Vegas, where a bunch of people live on this old army barracks. It's a bunch of old cement slabs, hence Slab City. But that led to a feed in my YouTube, basically on abandoned Detroit. It showed like a documentary on all the old Detroit, a lot of the facilities. It went through like 70 or 80 high schools. And one of the places, my first time, I think, in Detroit was in 1996. And Jeff Cold His Life, he did a lot for hoods. Jeff and I are a lot alike as far as the DIY mentality and putting shows together and getting bands to come out to California or Detroit or whatever. But nevertheless, one of the first times we went out there, we played the Magic Stick, and I believe it was Hate Incorporated, One Life Crew, Hoods, obviously Cold as Life, and I think Dogs of War, but they might have been too young at the time. I can't remember. Enzo and his brother, the twins or whatever they were. But after the show, Enzo and those guys weren't there. They came a little later, I believe, the Dogs of War guys. But that night, it was Beast, Dougie, big ass tall Dougie. He's still around.
Yeah.
Beast is still around. I think Bird was there. I'm not sure, but Jeff was definitely there. Jeff Gunnels, Roy Bates, drummer. I think Gook might have been there, but we all went down to the I think it's the train station.
Fuck yeah, it is.
And here's the thing: we were at the Magic Stick, and we just played some fucking show in Detroit. And I was like, I like Detroit because these dudes are like Sacramento people. They're blue collar, they're mechanics, they got tattoos on their fucking faces. They're every other city we came up to besides Detroit at that point. I mean, we hit like Salt Lake, Denver, fucking Omaha, Idaho, some fucking shit. It was all this fucking crusty ass white people. Then we get to Detroit, look like Sacramento had been reinvented in a butthole fucking burnt out city. But and I specifically was like, leading up to this, we had played with Cold as Life in Chicago a couple of days before this, or actually the night before. So mind you, this isn't my first introduction to Detroit people, but this is my first introduction to the city of Detroit. Jeff goes, "Hey man," and all the guys get around after the show. They're like, they're like, "You want to go to our clubhouse?" And I'm thinking, fuck yeah, why not? And I'm thinking clubhouse like motorcycles. I think, these dudes look like a bunch of bikers. I'm from Sacramento. Sacramento's biker heaven. And so I'm thinking clubhouse. I'm like, fuck yeah, because I know if we go to the clubhouse, there might be some strippers and shit, titties, fucking. I was straight edge at the time, so I had no interest in the drugs, but the other guys, fuck it. So we end up going down to the train station. I'm pretty sure it was a train station. And I'm like, "Where's your clubhouse?" And they're like, "We're here." And these motherfuckers, I'm thinking all this time, here we go. We're going to go sick ass motorcycle clubhouse. We're going to hang out, ride some motorcycles. These fools brought us to a abandoned fucking train station in middle of Detroit.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the first time. But just that was some crazy shit. There's people running through the fucking halls. We're fucking grabbing bricks and throwing them out the windows. I threw a fucking like some kind of generator from the 4th floor down, and you could hear it crash. And some dude down there was like, ah! I didn't think I hit the dude, but you never. But dude, there was fucking crazy shit. Oh, and then we came the second time we came through Detroit. The motherfucking the team that got me into hockey, the Detroit fucking Red Wings, the best hockey team on the fucking planet as far as I'm concerned. Fuck the San Jose Sharks. It don't snow in San Jose, you fuck.
No reason to play hockey. You get the fuck on.
Yeah, the Detroit Red Wings had just won the motherfucking Stanley Cup. I can't remember what year it was.
Whether 96, 97 or 97, 98, because they won both of those years.
It was the first one, I'm pretty sure, because we were
96,
there.
97.
Yeah, and maybe it was the 97, 98 because it was the second time through Detroit. Okay. But from 96 to 99, we played Detroit like fucking 10 times. But I remember coming through, and here it goes. We were at the Magic Stick again. And I'm like, wait, what are we doing? Going to the clubhouse? And sure enough, we went back to the train station. This was the second time through. And that was the fucking night that the Red Wings won that motherfucking Stanley Cup. I came outside of the fucking Magic Stick and I was like, oh, fuck, pack everything up. We're getting the fuck out of here.
The riot.
Get the fuck out of here. Jeff comes out. He's like, yo, we just won the fucking Stanley Cup. And I'm thinking, you fucking won? Then why the fuck are people fucking flipping cars out front of the fucking venue pissed off? These motherfuckers look like they just lost the fucking Stanley Cup. And they had just won. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then the next thing you know, we were up on the fucking train station again. And you could look to the left, the right, the motherfucking north, south, east, west. There was fires. There was fires all about that motherfucking place. And to get to the third time we played the motherfucking Detroit, we went back up to the clubhouse. This was the last time we went up there. And I remember it was a specific thing that I had never heard of before. It wasn't Halloween, but it was something called
Devil's Night.
Motherfucking Devil's Night.
Yep. And
I shit you not. We played some club. It wasn't the Magic Stick this time. It was some other place. Where Eminem used to play. It was an underground. The Shelter. We had just played the Shelter. I'm pretty sure it was Hood's Sworn Enemy. That's when what's his name was playing drums for Cold as Life and Sworn Enemy, I think. I can't remember the dude's name. I didn't know him. He just played drums as far as I knew. But that was Devil's Night. Now, Devil's Night, I thought nothing could beat the motherfucking Detroit Red Wings winning the Stanley Cup. But we went back for fucking that Devil's Night shit. And that shit lasts a whole week or something, right? Or it's a whole month or some shit.
Well, no, it's just supposed to be the day before Halloween, but it's
it is before Halloween.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a crazy time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember it was really, really fucking cold. It was like it was October. I can't remember. November. Know, man. Yeah, well, and the thing was the Devil's Night. There was, I saw 2 or 3 fires going on during the Stanley Cup thing. But the Devil's Night, man, there was at least 11 to 15 fires going. I remember Dougie and I, and after that, we went back to Roy Bates' house. He used to live right off the freeway, drummer Roy from Cold as Life. And Mexican Ben, me, and Mario, and Beast were all sitting in Roy's house. Everybody went to bed. It's like 2 a.m. And we're sitting there, and I'm straight edge, yo. So I'm fucking just wired to sound. I've been drinking Sprites and shit all night. These dudes are all fucked up. And all of a sudden we hear some lady screaming outside of Roy's house. We ran outside and some lady was getting fucking raped.
Oh shit.
And we was like, yo, get the fuck out of here. Dude took off. We went back in the house. We called the police. And I'm pretty sure Beast had the lady on the front porch. We got her a blanket and shit. But we waited till the police came, and they came and picked this broad up. So the Detroit's definitely fuck. Yeah, Detroit's wild.
Yeah, man, it's still fucked up now. It's still fucked up.
Yeah, we just played out there last or 2019 at Ramona's place.
Yeah.
What's
Smalls.
Ramona?
Went to Smalls.
Smalls. Yeah,
Yeah,
Ramona. Ramona fucking, I love Ramona. She used to book our shows at this place.
Alvin's.
What's it called?
Alvin's. Yeah, I've seen you at Alvin's a few times. Yeah, on Cass.
Alvin.
Yeah.
Alvin's. Yeah, we played Alvin's with Earth Mover. Fucking some of the younger bands, the straight edge bands, the
Tyrant.
Tyrant was good. I like Tyrant. They were hard.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Earth Mover, I think.
Yeah. That was late 90s. What years are you talking?
Ramona.
yeah. But Black Iris booking. Well, even before that.
Black Iris.
Well,
Black Iris.
You know, because
everybody used to always think I was saying Black Irish. There's like, where's the Black Irish guy? I'm like, no, Black Irish, dickhead. It's a chick named Ramona, and she's great. Hi, Ramona.
Yeah. Last time you guys came, you're right. 2019, July or so. I remember I pulled up to the venue and there was just a car accident. Like some shit happened, like right in front of the fucking place. You said you had recorded it. I don't know if you remember, but you're like, there's just a car accident and there's fucking little like Yemenis women. Like Muslim
the bitches
women
almost
everywhere.
got ran over, and I grabbed the bitch up by her durka, and I pulled her back. Yeah. She almost got her durka ran over, bro.
I remember you're like, let me help you cross the street. I had just pulled up. I was all fucked up. Like, of course you're out here helping a little Muslim lady cross the road.
Dude, the thing was is them bitches were about to get hit, bro.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like part of like where they come from. There's no fucking like speed limit, whatever in the Middle East, and it's a lot of Middle Easterns around there. So there's no rules to the road. It's insane.
Oh no, I had one of my military homies. He lives there. He came out and we were basically in like fucking like Syria or some shit, man. No, but I got a lot of Muslim friends from Germany and shit, and fucking it was the same over there. They're cool people, man. I lived with some Muslims in Germany for like 5 months, and despite what people hear and shit, like those fucking Muslims got it down. They're hella cool.
Yeah.
These fuckers took me, and I didn't have nowhere to go. And I played soccer on this team in Germany, and I was in between apartments at one time. I had like $300 to my name, and I was in fucking Germany. I'm like 17 years old. And my Muslim home, his name was Yusuf Yildiz, Yildiz. That his fucking family took me in. Not only that, Muslim bitches are fine as fuck. When they take them shits off, you're like, God damn, man, you should put them fucking shits over the men. The men are hey, them men are ugly ass motherfuckers. They got sunburns and shit. They're all fucked up. The women are beautiful. Yep.
Oh fuck, man. But long black hair.
Oh, they're beautiful, man. Nah, but the Muslim people are cool, man. And it was really interesting because those dudes, I think it was like I'm not sure if it was like, there were certain times where they had to fast, and we would be training, and those Muslim players would be fasting while we're training.
Yeah.
And I'm
barely,
I'm barely making it through with eating and resting and everything. And these dudes are fucking praying and shit and not eating and for like a couple of days on. And I'm like, fuck, dude. I remember one time we played a soccer game, and a couple of the Muslims, they hadn't eaten. We still won the game, but I remember they were tired, man. You don't eat for a couple of days or whatever. The ceremonies they do are pretty crazy.
They're just fucking falling asleep out there and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't fall asleep. Those are some determined ass people. They have fucking discipline.
Well, even like in the UFC, that Khabib Nurmagomedov, like he fucking trains. It's like he won't fight in like the summertime. It seems like just because you need the energy. You have to be able to sustain all the output and recover. And how are you gonna fight when you're not doing a proper I guess nutrition? I don't know. That's crazy. Well,
there's a thing with that region of that world, and those people, it's like whether they have food or not, they've got to fight because they're from a war country and they're very impoverished. And when I don't know how to say that motherfucker's name, but I seen that dude coming up, and I was like, you put that dude in a ring with a normal fucking white boy like Conor McGregor. McGregor might have all his like little you know, all the fucking fancy bullshit and that gay ass dancing bullshit. But that Khabib dude, that dude comes from fucking bullets, bro. So you think you're gonna do all your fancy shit? That dude's gonna eat your fucking face. He's gonna take your lunch. He's gonna make you cry.
I mean, wrestles bears at the fucking age of 10. So,
well, hey man, they're from a different world, man.
Well, yeah.
Eastern Europe is Eastern Europe's a tough place.
It's crazy because they're like, it's like when you look at them, it's like they look like Arabic, but they look like Russian at the same time. It's a really weird look. They're like right in the middle.
Well, that's
up in the
just
fucking
like
mountains.
Yeah, that's like the Uyghurs. The Uyghurs, they're being persecuted in China right now. They're a Muslim tribe, basically, like the Hmong were in Vietnam.
Yeah,
but they're called Uyghurs, and I'm not sure what tribe he's from, but I know the dude's a great fighter. But they're persecuting them Uyghur people. You know, they get some of those fucking dudes out here and fight some of these MMA dudes. They'll eat their fucking lunch.
Yeah. Hey, well, I don't know how we got on this subject talking about. Who fucking knows?
Hey man, it's called ADHD, homie. It's all good. Just go with it.
Yeah, we were talking about Detroit. You know what I was gonna ask?
Oh, Detroit, yeah.
Remember back when you came, maybe 2006 or 2007, you played at a club called 2500 Club. Do you remember that place by any chance?
Yeah, we played there twice.
Yeah. Well, one of the times, I don't know, for some reason, I tell everybody this story, but you know that song, Don't Fight, Let's Party Tonight, your song?
Yeah.
Did you write that there? Or no, did you just happen to play it there one time? Because I remember one time you were like tuning your guitar or getting set up and you were just singing along, just like making that song up is what it seemed like. And I always tell people, you fucking made that song up in Detroit. I don't know if you did or not, but I just say that to people.
The thing is like on those tours, if I was still playing guitar, that means I was doing a lot of stuff back then.
Okay.
Cocaine.
You took a grenade to the face, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a real song. Now I'm up all night. But no, I wrote Don't Fight, Let's Party Tonight. I'd just be like, you know, during sound check, I'd be like, and I'd be like, don't fight, let's party tonight. Do a bump of coke. Now this shit's all right. And I'd go back up to my guitar head and I'd bust a rail of cocaine right on fucking stage. And that's how that song came about.
Yeah.
That's a real
like story. A sound check. You were just getting all set up. I was like saying some crazy shit right now. And then I heard it on the album, whatever, like a year later or so. I was like,
oh yeah, I wrote it. Oh yeah, I went to
it. Well, he put that shit on the record when you were just fucking like getting set up. I thought that was awesome.
Oh, that's the thing with Hoods is that I write every song like that. It's like I'll be just chilling and I'll be like, hey, check it out. I got an idea. I got ADHD, so I think differently. But with that song, yeah, I used to put a couple rails on my fucking guitar head and fucking don't fight, let's party tonight. I didn't give a fuck if it's Tuesday. It's fucking Saturday. We're doing this shit. You know? That's my mentality. Every day on tour when we go out, I don't fucking care. People are like, oh, yawning and shit. It's Monday. I'm like, fuck that. It's fucking Saturday night because tomorrow's gonna hurt.
We're on tour for another 2 months. Who gives a fuck?
That's the thing, dude. It's like with Hoods, man, I'd go through so many members because people couldn't keep up with me whether I was sober or not. And I'd be out doing 220 shows a year for 10 years straight. And that's no fucking joke. I would clear 200 shows a year for, I think I did 12 years. The least amount of shows I did in 12 years was like 170. And the most was 223 in 220 days. Because we were doubling up Sundays for a moment there. We were doing matinees and then we'd piss off a couple hours up the road and go play the evening event.
Fuck, man.
Yeah. And they all these bands talk about like Henry Rollins and like getting the van and all this shit, like doing 90 days straight. Man, I fucking do 90 days straight like nothing, you know? It doesn't faze me. I lived in a van. I accumulated one day. I've lived in a van for almost 11 fucking years.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm a fucking nomad, bro.
Man, that's for dedication, but you know, it's
all I know, man. I've been doing this shit since I was 19, awesome. And before that, I was in fucking traveling. You know, I don't know how to stop, man. And it's like even when Hoods isn't going, I'm in fucking Thailand or like today. Later today, I'm going to be on the top of a mountain somewhere I'm going hiking. It's my day off. I fucking get out, man. You got to get out there and live, man.
Yeah, man. Just but here, it's like, so the weather is like just now starting to break from the cold, harsh fucking winter. Like it's like 35, 37 degrees, but that's good. We're getting somewhere, because
that's the reason I like your city so much for the Red Wings, is because that's what you got. You've got hockey. And see, out here in California, I'm fortunate I could go hiking or some shit, but you're making the most of that shit. And that's why you got a beautiful hockey team, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I never was into hockey before I came to your city, but I was like, what do people do in Detroit? They do drugs, they play music, and they play hockey. So you got Cold as Life, you got Detroit Red Wings, and then you got all the Cold as Life fans.
Yeah. And we've all been up on top of the train station at least 3 times.
Oh yeah. I asked Jesse about that. Smash your enemies, Jesse. He's a good kid. I asked Jesse about that, man, and I guess he said that somebody bought it or something, got renovated or.
Yeah, I guess Ford, the automobile company Ford, they had bought the property.
Oh.
And
check it. Here's what happened. I went by it last time because I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna break in this motherfucker again. Last time we played Detroit on the way out of the city, we went by that shit, and I went to go jump the motherfucking the thing, and now it was all renovated. And I was like, man, I ain't getting arrested.
No. Yeah, there's windows and stuff because all the windows are fucking blown out. Like at one point, there's no windows.
Oh, I broke a lot of them. We broke a lot of them with the Cold as Life guys.
Yeah, they were already broke before I got there. That's for sure. I don't think there's one piece of glass that I could have broken like the one time I went there. And I didn't go up on the roof because there's one last set of stairs, man, that were all fucked up. You had to skip like 3 steps, and you're looking, down to the bottom.
If you look down, it went down like 2 levels.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but remember when you used to first go into the station and you were in the big atrium that where the people sat and they got their tickets?
Basically a lobby. Yeah.
The lobby. In the lobby, dude, I remember people had come in with saws and they ripped a bunch of that tile out with proper saws.
Oh yeah.
And that marble tile, it was marble. It was 3/4 inch fucking marble tile, if not inch. And I don't know if most people know this, but that marble, 3/4 inch marble, that shit is fucking money, bro. And I remember the place where the people sat waiting for the trains, they were all pews, like church pews, and they were still pristine and they were beautiful. And imagine how much those were worth now. Oh, and in that documentary, the dude actually said that they're trying to incorporate a lot of the graffiti that was in there in the new Ford factory or GM or I don't know. I think it's Ford.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Ford owns that fucking building, so it must be. But
making coffee in there.
Oh, good. Yeah, but like even one of those infamous Cold as Life photos, where they're standing on like that dock with all the pit bulls and shit.
Oh, with them little those ain't pit bulls. Those are
little babies.
There's a chihuahua in there. There's like one pit bull in there.
We'll call them pit bulls, okay? It's Cold as Life. They're all mean pit bulls.
Oh Christ. Cold as Life is the nicest dudes, man. Hey, Johnny Haight.
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, I remember Johnny Haight, man. We were on tour with, I don't know if we were actually on tour, but it was like a week of shows, because here's what we used to do. I used to hit Jeff Gunnels, and I'd be like, yo, we're coming out to Detroit. What's up? So he'd be like, I got your Detroit date booked. Don't trip. And then I would book a show in Chicago with Shane Merrill. And Shane would book us in Chicago either Thursday and Friday. So we do, say for instance, we do Chicago Friday, Detroit Saturday, and then we do Cleveland Sunday. And what would eventually happen is it would be Hood's Cold as Life, usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but mostly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we would do that every time we come on tour, Hoods and Cold as Life. Every time we come through, we'd play shows with those dudes. And I remember Johnny Haight passed away, and I used to him and I would stay in the same room usually when everybody else would fall asleep. He would stay up till 2, 3 in the morning, popping pills and drinking whiskey. And I was fucking wired to sound because I'm straight edge. And I would just remember Johnny Hate used to go around all the time just going, hate. And he'd look all fucking mean. And one night, him and I were sitting there, and it's like fucking 3 a.m. And he walks outside. We were at some kid's house, and he yells, hey, like loud. He's fucking just one, and it looked like he's gonna kill someone. And he didn't know I was next to him. He looks over, he's like, hey. And he goes, what the fuck are you doing out here? And I'm like, I'm sitting on the porch. And he's like, it's 3 a.m. I'm like, okay, I'm just out here sitting. What the fuck are you doing out here yelling hate? He's like, I don't know. And we both just started laughing.
Just scaring people.
And the thing is with Johnny Hate, he would never smile. He'd always smoke cigarettes and fucking mad. He's hate. You know, that's his fucking shit. And that one time he opened up and he was like, he was a nice guy. Him and Beast, you know, Beast.
Yeah. I mean, they're all these dudes are like way older than me. Like, I just know who they are because of Hate Inc. and shit. Yeah, like
I think they're older than me too. I think, but I remember hanging out with Beast at Roy's house, and Beast was asking us all these questions. And I'm a little dude, you know, I'm 5'6". Beast is a big ass dude.
Yeah.
And he's an intimidating dude. I grew up with dudes like that. You know, my dad and all his homies, they're tough motherfuckers. They're all old dudes. Like, and Beast was fucking with me for some reason. I don't know. He kept fucking picking on me or something. Finally, I was like, what? And I said something. And then we became hella good friends. I don't remember what the conversation was, but I think he would remember it. But at one point I was like, man, fuck you, pun or something. And it was just like, all of a sudden we were like, yeah. And we all just became hella cool. And from that point on, man, Detroit, I love it.
Yeah, man. Fuck. You know what's funny? Last time you guys were here again, I remember. You know who Dave Hayes is, right? From fucking Tyrant, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think
that's the dude with all the tattoos, right?
Yeah. Just before
I know.
you guys, because just before you guys had went on stage, like, I think he took the mic and he said, "Free Jeff G, free Jeff G." He said that on the mic. You know, because he was locked up, right? And
yeah, of course.
I give Dave credit because like 6 months later, fucking Jeff was released early, you know, due to the coronavirus shit. So yeah. I told Dave, I said, all thanks to you, fucking yelling that at the Hood show. He said, free Jeff G. And 6 months later, he was out. I said, thank you, Dave. Now he has to come on the podcast.
Oh yeah, Jeff's a fucking, he's an encyclopedia for this shit too, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of stories. That's he's good really dude, nice man. Guy.
Yeah, no, I didn't have it for long enough. On my first episode, I had them, but I only had them about like 2 hours. But there's so much to them guys, and it was kind of all over the place. Like I was more of like a fanboy, like fanboying out. Like, yeah, I know who you guys are. I've been around, but it's awesome to sit in a room and just talk some shit for a little bit, you know?
Yo, the actual first time I actually met Cold as Life and Jeff and all those guys in person was in Chicago. And that was the infamous Blood for Blood, Hoods, Cold as Life show in the basement of Bulldog Records, which used to be in the basement of Victory Records in Chicago. And the Bulldog Records was upstairs. Downstairs was the venue, and we couldn't find a place to play the show. And at this time, none of us were on record labels or nothing. We're just a bunch of kids. You know, we knew Victory had a couple of good albums out at the time. And this was, I think, 1995. 96, I can't remember, but it was definitely Blood for Blood, Hoods, Cold as Life at the Bulldog. We're downstairs and a huge fucking fight. Chicago, they had some weird ass like dudes at the show that night. One of the black dudes had like swastikas on his neck. And it was just some weird shit. There's some weird schism with these old ass like Nazi skinhead white trash tweaker dudes, these couple of black dudes with swastikas and SS bolts. We ended up, and what happened was, we played our set, cool. I think Cold as Life played next, and then Blood for Blood. But Gina was playing bass in Blood for Blood still. And while they were playing, this really drunk dude threw a fucking bottle, and it went past Gina's head like this. And I'm standing over on the side, I'm pretty sure with Jeff and Mario from Hoods, Jeff Cold as Life. We see this fight just start happening. And Shabo, I don't know if you know who Shabo is. He's passed away now, but he's an old Boston head. He's one of the old
Boston big guy, right? Yeah.
Big Boston guy. He traveled with him. But this bottle passed Gina's fucking head, and Gina was a tough bitch. And she fucking was like, she looked around, and Rob and Shab and all them, she looked at them and she's like, fuck this. She took her base and she hit this motherfucker. Next thing you know, it was like a fucking full-blown chaos, not the Ray style, but the actual term. Ray. I love Ray. Hi, Ray. But this fucking huge fight starts. And this isn't a fucking a room that's like 600 square feet. It's fucking like two big ass living. It's tiny. And it's going boom, 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 boom. I grab Mario. I'm like, yo, and I throw Mario in the fucking bathroom. Next thing you know, I think Jeff joined us in the bathroom. We locked the door. And there's fucking, I can't make the noise because my roommates are asleep, but there's fucking stamps. They're like, oh, don't fight. And all you hear is all this chaos. And Jeff and I are like, and I'm like, so how long's the drive to Detroit? And it, you know, and then the next night we played Detroit, and that's when we went to the clubhouse and the aforementioned stories. But yeah, that's when I met those guys. It was Hood's Cold as Life, and Blood for Blood in Chicago. And right as Blood for Blood left, they started breaking the windows out of Blood for Blood's van. And after all this commotion, this fucking little nerdy guy with glasses comes out, gets on a fucking phone, calls fucking 911. This guy's name's Tony Brummel. He calls the fucking cops. He calls the police on Blood for Blood. He says they're heading north fucking east, you know, where however the fuck you get to Boston out of Chicago. And he's like, it's a band full of fucking Nazi skinheads or some shit, and their windows are all broke out, and they just fucked up my club. Tony Brummel called the motherfucking police on Blood for Blood, and within 6 months, I think they found or caught wind that he had done that. And like, I think it was within 6 months, Blood for Blood had a fucking first album on old Tony Victory's label, because Blood for Blood was gonna fuck him up. And by all means, yeah, that I know I wasn't gonna mention none of that Victory stuff, but I remember Tony Brummel called the cops on Blood for Blood, and months later he signed him because he's a fucking little gutless pussy. And then he ended up ripping him off, like he ripped off all the other hardcore bands. So fuck Victory Records. That's the only time you're gonna hear me talk about Victory from here out.
Fuck Victory Records. Yeah, that whole thing's real cloudy anyway. It's not even, you know, we're nothing to talk about. But like,
dude, the dude,
everybody hates fucking Victory. I don't know
that dude could have been the fucking legend if he would have done his shit right and been honest. That dude could have been a fucking gem. Instead, he turned into a spineless, greedy, rich, little filthy cunt that he's always been. Tony Brummel.
Yeah, fuck him, huh?
I don't. If I ever see the dude, come up and say hi. Fucking, you know, it's like
he's hiding in Jamaica somewhere.
I don't
Hood's money. Fuck him.
Hey, bro, he does owe us a lot of fucking money. I got the papers, bro. I got all the paper. I still get these fucking these quarterlies. He's still clearing 10 to 12 grand. But recently, he sold all his Victory stuff to a company called Orchard. I think it's called Orchard Group. So I'm trying to get my albums back from them now. I mean, I got all my other albums back from Eulogy. Remember Eulogy? They put out King is Dead, Ghetto Blaster. Eulogy fucked us. That dude fucked us just as hard, if not harder than Victory. Because with Eulogy, they treated us really, really good at first. And then when King is Dead started blowing up and we were getting on Headbangers Ball and all that shit on MTV back in the day, that dude started, his name's John. I've tried to ask him. He's like, it was in the contract. Motherfucker, we got ripped off. Straight the fuck up. We got fucking ripped off. And to me, I was like, yeah, I wrote The King is Dead about motherfucking Tony Brummel. And then we go over there. I write a song about Tony Brummel. It's like, damn, now I'm going to be on the next fucking label. I'm going to have to write a song about the dude from Eulogy who fucked us too. It's like, fuck, dude. Why can't people just fucking be honest, man? You know?
Yeah.
Especially Honor Among Fucking Thieves, at least. We're all into hardcore. Don't fucking rip me off, bro. Especially me, because I'm not going to disappear. I'm going to keep coming to your city. And I've called that dude. I'm like, yo, make it right. Make it right. You can make it right. Just give me some fucking cash. That's all it takes. But it ain't even about the cash. It's just about the honor and respect, which, you know, those cunts didn't have it. Now they never will.
Yeah, man, it was all hardcore shit, and just to shit on somebody and fucking take what's rightfully yours, and then, isn't there some sort of timeline on those records though? Like, can you get them?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
But somehow they got it wrapped up in the fucking red tape to where, like, I just started getting my royalties for some of the eulogy shit. And when I went to try to get King is Dead and Ghetto Blaster back from eulogy, he had sold it to fucking dude from Scars of Tomorrow who runs that record label up in Portland, not Rise Records, but I don't know, Mike. I like Mike though. That he's a straight shooter. I'm not going to say nothing bad against Mike from Scars of Tomorrow. He's always been a great guy to me. But eulogy, they went and sold my motherfucking albums. They sold their whole catalog behind they couldn't have even said, hey, here's your shit back. After all these years of me fighting to get my fucking own music back, when I signed with Victory, I was 19 years old. The guy promised us all this shit. It was a handshake. Unbeknownst to some young wet-eared kid, he fucked us, man. And that's my whole thing. People always think I'm a little harsh on Victory, but when you're out there 200 days a year earning your fucking stripes and living through hell and going through drug addictions, having no apartment to come home to, nothing, and this Tony Victory's over there sitting up, soaking all that fucking royalty shit up while you're slaving. And there's been times when we got arrested or needed some help or our fucking van blew up and, hey, what's up? Can you give us a hand? Fucking crickets.
After all you've done for them, motherfucker, huh?
Hey, for all I've done to a lot of these fucking bands, I've paved the way for a lot of these bands coming up right now. And now when it's switch stance, I'm like, hey, what's up? Bring Hoods on tour. Click. And the thing is there's a lot of these bigger bands out there and they probably will see this fucking interview. And it's like, I'm not going to say nobody's name, but at the same time, the people who I've helped who are in bigger fucking bands, man, there's that thing called reciprocation, man. I scratched many fucking backs over these years when people fucking close that door slowly. And then they're like, oh, hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, I remember you helped us. I'm like, what's up, bro? Fuck your fucking mother.
Damn.
But the thing is I don't stop. I keep pushing. Certain booking agencies won't fuck with us because most bands don't want to play after Hoods, because when I get on stage, it's not even about hardcore. This shit's like Jackie Gleason up there throwing some. I like it to have a little comedy, some action. I like to get the crowd pissed off at me, and then by the end of the show, we're hugging.
I love it.
And then, yeah, you got to have character in hardcore, man. I don't know. I'm sorry if I go off on tangents, man.
You're fine. It's good, man. It's.
I got
passion.
ADHD. I have nothing but passion, man. I still don't have $50 to my name, but I got all the passion in the world.
It's okay. I mean, I don't either. I'm just for talking to you. Fuck, and it's.
Oh, hey. Oh,
it
thanks.
Shows how much I got going on. I want to get on the internet and talk to people. I got fucking.
Would you try to interview Agnostic Front? And you got Hoods?
no, dude. I fucking reach out to everybody and hope for the best. Some people want to be fucking rock stars, and it's like, you've seen the message, dude. Just tell me to fuck off. It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey,
if you're not into it, move on. Just say, hey, no thanks. All right. But you see it, don't say nothing.
Speaking of a lot of people who are still real nowadays and who've been around for years, speaking of which is fucking Vinny Stigma.
Oh, fuck yeah. The godfather of hardcore.
Check it out. I started writing letters to Vinny Stigma when I was about 11, 12 years old. And he would write me back. I've still got letters from Vinny before I even ever knew Vinny, before I was bunkmates with Vinny on tours and fart next to each other and playing. I played with Hoods and Agnostic Fronts probably played at least 60 shows together, if not more, probably more. But over the years, all the people who always remember you and call you back. I still get Christmas cards once in a while from Vinny. Vinny will call you on your birthday. So if anybody could learn anything from anybody, I know I get a lot of credit for a lot of shit, but if anybody could learn anything from anybody in hardcore, there's the one person to go to. It's Vinny Stigma.
Yeah, man. Fuck. And they were one of the last bands that I seen before the whole shit went down too. I seen like them and fucking Madball all in like a 3-month span, but it was good to see them because they're always like, you guys and Agnostic Front, they're always in Detroit like 2-3 times a year for the most part.
Man.
And then Like you fucking miss
Shit.
out, all of 2020, just nothing. It's fucking nothing.
Oh, we used to tour more than Agnostic Front. Then I opened the barber shop and I went MIA for about 3 years. I mean, we still were doing 100 shows a year, but I just want to give shout out to Vinny, obviously Agnostic Front, and the best hardcore band ever. Everybody always wants to talk about who's the best hardcore band ever. There's more things than just albums or how many tours or whatnot they've done. And I'll tell you one thing, sick of it all. They never had crew beef. They put out fucking album after fucking album after fucking album. They only rotated one bass player and they never fucking talk shit. They never got in bar fights well, I'm sure there was fights, but those guys always kept their noses clean and played great hardcore. Sick of it all.
Fuck yeah, man.
Sick of it all. Sick of It All is the best hardcore band ever. And not only that, Armin likes soccer. So yeah. And that's one of the bands we've done a bunch of shows with Sick of It All too, but we done a bunch in Europe a couple of years back, and I want to go on tour with them just because they like soccer, especially Armin.
Yeah, but they still have a fucking tour book. They're supposed to be here in April, coming up, man. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna happen. At this point, I doubt it's gonna happen, but it is fucking scheduled. It's supposed to be Sick of It All, Agnostic Front, and Crown of Thorns. It's supposed to.
Oh wow, Crown of Thorns.
I know, man. I know. It's like I remember when Danny and all them came out with Crown of Thorns years ago, and that's when I met I think Nikki X was playing guitar for Crown of Thorns at the time. It might have been Scarhead. I can't remember. I think it was Crown of Thorns. Yeah, Nikki X, Lash, old graffiti artist Lash, DMS dude, Danny. I can't remember who all played what, but yeah, fucking we had Crown of Thorns play out at this place called the Cat Piss House because we didn't have a venue. It was an abandoned house off the river. No joke. Real fucking story. It was, and then a couple weeks later, I think, or before that was 25 to Life. Then we ended up booking like the Dropkick Murphys out there, That's a whole nother interview. Yeah, fucking so I don't even know where. Oh yeah. Well, I thought you were gonna say the best of a hardcore band of all time. I thought you were gonna say Powerhouse for sure.
Oh, Powerhouse, another great band. Yeah. They're doing stuff again. I talk to Eddie once in a while. I see Chris like maybe once, twice a year when he's on the road a lot with Lars and all those guys. But yeah, Powerhouse, great band. I told them if they need a second guitarist or bass player. I played with Powerhouse for about a little bit more than a year at one point in my life. I would go out to Oakland 3 days a week, 90 miles, one direction, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I left for Hoods. But I would go out there 3 days a week and practice with Powerhouse. And then after practicing for a fucking year, I was like, dude, we got to play some shows. And we ended up playing Slims. We ended up playing Westcoast Worldwide. And then we ended up playing some other show. And then I quit because I started going on with, it was just too much, man. I was driving 180 miles 3 days a week round trip to playing Powerhouse. Yeah, but I did do a big ass show at Slim's with Powerhouse. It was fucking awesome. I was rocking some ESP guitar with an upturned neck, looked like some butt metal guitar. But yeah, Powerhouse is back. I think they're going to be playing shows. Walter, I just talked to Walter the other day. He tried to come get a haircut because he cuts his own hair and he don't know how to taper the back as well as I do. What up, Walter?
Yeah. I was just thinking because that song, Ernie Cortez, like that's one of my favorite songs. Like, do you just know them just from like playing with them, or Ernie, or did you guys just know it which is the hardcore scene and shit?
Well, Hoods and Powerhouse at late '94, I met Chris and all those guys when they were on tour. We booked Madball in Sacramento at this place called the Guild Theater on 35th and Broadway. And I believe that was 1994. It was late '94 when Hoods had just started. We didn't get on the show, but we'd already been playing shows. So, I got pictures with like Vinny and all them from that actual show. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's when I met the Powerhouse guys. And I actually got my nickname, Mikey Hoods. That my name's Mike. But for some reason, Chris Powerhouse used to call me Mikey Hoods. And he had that New Jersey accent. And next thing you know, everybody affectionately known, I guess, as Mikey Hoods. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of, it still weirds me out when people call me that because, people actually think that's my real last name. which
Oh,
it
for
is.
real? Oh yeah. I know for sure.
But yeah, yeah, Chris Powerhouse. I'm pretty sure he's the first person who ever called me Mikey Hood.
And was that
And
the
that
name of
was
the band already that he just came up with that?
well, I mean,
Yeah.
he'd be like, "Hey, there's Mikey Hoods," or back then, you just
Mikey
be
from
like, "Oh,
Hoods. Yeah.
Chris Powerhouse," "Oh, there's Chris Powerhouse, Mikey Hoods." Oh, Ernie was this Ernie because Ernie Cortez. Oh, if we wouldn't call him Ernie Cortez, we'd just be like, "There's Ernie." Ernie Cortez. The best thing is we were all pretty in good shape. I'm still in pretty good, fight and shape, whatnot. But back in the day, some guy came by and Jay Donut was playing drums for Powerhouse, and we were outside of Slim's, and this dude came by and smacked his bitch right on her ass. She had a big old plump ass. I mean, and we seen this dude slap Jay Donut, drummer of Powerhouse. We saw him slap Jay's bitch in the ass. We were like, fuck that. We started chasing this dude up the street. Chris Powerhouse and I and Eddie are running. We finally get this dude. We start whipping his ass. I'm kicking him in the fucking mouth, dropping elbows, and I'm we used to do the bad beat down shit. I mean, we'd sort of kill someone. It was horrible. I'm not glorifying that, but we kicked the dude's ass.
For sure.
And like 30 seconds later, we just smashed this dude so bad. We're like, just leave him. He's finally getting up. Ernie comes up. Where is he? And I'm just like, right over there. Ernie goes up, and the dude's on his knees, and Ernie just grabs him and just goes, bam, lights out, nobody home. And yeah.
Well, yeah. Whatever. You said you're not glorifying that, but some people should get their fucking ass kicked for doing stupid shit. So
yeah, I mean, the thing I don't know. There was a lot of things, just like that floor punch show at the Coca-Tree. I hit a guy in the fucking head with a tire iron and almost killed him. And I see people put that picture up all the time. I'm the guy swinging the fucking crack. I'm cracking the dude. They're thinking Sammy the Mix, the one. Sammy's behind the guy with like some little kid bat, one of those bats you buy, the little kid bat, hit the little tennis ball.
Yeah,
He's hit the dude in the head with a little bat. He's in the picture behind the dude, like ready to crack the dude in the head. And I'm in a green hoodie with a beige beanie on. And because I already put my disguise on. So if the cops come, it was actually a Die Hard Youth green beanie. It had the rat bones, but I got a tire iron out of my car to put it down my short leg. Came back from the show. I popped this dude in the motherfucking temple twice right here. The dude falls on the ground and he's spitting white shit out. And the dude's a vegetable to this day. And a lot of kids think that shit's cool. And it was part of the time, and it's part of earning your stripes and coming up, man. But I hope I never have to get in a fight like that again.
Yeah, no, I agree. We've all done some fucking stupid, pointless shit.
I've done more than that.
Yeah, well, yeah, some more than others, but you move on. You grow up, and you look back, and your stomach just fucking turns because like the dumb shit. Like, there's lots of instances in my head where I'm just like, I like to think about that shit, man.
People always go, yo, why don't you make a t-shirt out of it? And I seen one of them, some kid was about to make some shirts with that on the back, and I kind of got on his shit, and I was like, man, please don't do that. I don't want to glorify that.
No.
And it's like, I know you got to go out and earn your stripes, and I know you got to beat the fucking shit out of people sometimes, but to keep seeing it come up and shit, that was a bad part of my life, man. I literally almost had to move down to Mexico, because I thought I was going to get prosecuted for that. So I would have got at least, I would have probably just been getting out.
Yeah, man. Hey. But so now we just glorify tacos, cats, and blunts, right?
Always, bro. Hey, speaking of people getting out, Jeff, man, I love you, Jeff. Jeff has always helped me. I don't know what the politics are of hardcore, who likes Jeff or who doesn't like Jeff. Jeff, you're a fucking gem.
I like Jeff.
Jeff is a real ass motherfucker. Jeff will tell you to your face whether he's a straight shooting motherfucker, and you don't see that no more in hardcore. And when I talked to Jeff a while back, when he had recently just got out, of course, and I don't know if I was one of the few people he hit out on the West Coast, but he contacted me, and I fucking love that dude, bro. And if there's one solid person you got in Detroit, to me, the eyes and ears of your whole scene is Jeff.
Yeah, man, he's fucking down after being gone almost a decade. Like I
That
asked
dude,
him,
that dude's a fucking leader, man.
yeah, yeah, like being gone a long time, and I kind of had this idea for like whatever the podcast or whatever you want to call it, and I said the only way I'm going to do it is to represent Detroit hardcore the fullest, and I think the best way would be call it what it is, the fucking terror zone, you know.
Absolutely.
And I had that idea before he was out, but I never. I was like, I'm not going to do anything. I don't know who to ask besides him, you know, because I could bite that name, but I figured it's a small place. I better get the permission. I don't want to piss nobody off just in case, you know.
Hey,
so,
that's respect, man. That's your city.
Yeah. Because if I'm going to represent it or say I'm part of this scene, you know, and I'm going to call it that, I should probably ask, make sure it's cool. You know, I don't want to step on no toes or whatever. And it's like, but it came like in and out of my head for a few months, and then I fucking was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna ask Jeff." Like, "Hey, I thought of this idea." He's like, "I fucking love it. Do it." And
hey, that's rad.
Yeah, and him and Roy were the first guests.
That is a repetitive ass song though. That's a long fucking song.
It is a very long song.
You know what the best Cold as Life song is besides Born to Land Hard is actually what's that? Bleeding Heart. Bleeding Heart. Hold on. Those are top songs, but the best song Cold as Life ever wrote was Addicted.
Yeah, which version? You know, the one where
one
it's
on the demo.
The
demo version, bro.
Yeah,
that is the nastiest fucking song. Then
and
Bleeding
it's punk
Heart.
As fuck too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight skinhead, bro. That ain't even punk. That's skinhead shit. That's sneaker skin. But that song, Bleeding Heart and Born to Land Hard, hardest songs.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Hold on, I gotta let my cat in.
Okay.
You're about to be on TV. Don't come in here. You're on TV. I'll talk to you in a minute.
I gotta go out to do my.
Go out through the garage. Cat, I don't think she realizes I'm on a fucking like big ass like podcast shit. You know? There's gonna be at least 20 people who see this shit.
At least 20, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, hey, what else do we got to do? What else? What other questions can we get through?
I don't know, man. I seen that piece behind you next to your fucking amp. What's that? What kind of gun you got back there?
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about my bomb.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh man. Oh, this is a showstopper, bro. That's American Muscle, bro.
That's a piece right there.
Yeah, shit. that's my AR.
That's
but I used to, yeah, this one's nice. I just got this one. I'm about to go shooting probably today. I shoot this one. I just got this gun, but this one's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm going to get a revolver next.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're allowed to even have that in California.
The reason is with this gun right here, after you go through a magazine, it cracks right here.
Yeah.
So that's what makes this California compliant, because like I pop my magazine in, I'm ready to rack, boom, 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 I'm done. Drop my magazine, this thing automatically breaks. So I gotta.
Yeah.
That's what makes this California compliant. So,
well, that'll keep you protected, huh?
Well, I'm not into guns for like hunting and all that shit.
Yeah.
I got that gun right there just because you never know.
Yeah, man. You in the hood?
No, I live in a fucking beautiful neighborhood.
Good.
I live in a good neighborhood now.
Good.
But I got that. That's not my home defense. I like guns. I'm vegetarian. I don't go out to shoot animals. I don't mind shooting people if I have to. But I don't shoot animals, or I've never shot. I've shot a bird when I was like 7 years old and I felt awful.
Yeah.
But I don't hurt anything. I go out and shoot targets and shit.
Nice.
But far as protection, you know, this I don't know. They're trying to outlaw this shit, and that's probably the main reason I got it is because I can. But if these kind of firearms get in the wrong hands, it could be devastating.
Yeah.
I'm not, that's overkill, that gun. But I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
And I'm not going to go out to some mosque and hurt somebody or hurt
No.
people who have different opinions. It's just more just to go shooting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, check my gun out. I can't fucking afford an expensive car, but I could get a cool firearm.
Yeah. And you know, you're not hurting anybody unless you want to, as you could with any fucking anything, you know. It doesn't matter.
Well, if someone gets in my house, the least worst thing they can worry about is that gun. I'm gonna come at them with I got fucking knives and machetes and screwdrivers and shit. You know, I'm gonna puncture them. I'm not gonna shoot them.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I feel that. Fuck.
Oh yeah, for real.
So you guys working on anything? You haven't had anything out in a while now. You put out you just did like a couple songs a couple years ago. That's about it, right?
Hey, this fucking album's done. I gotta lay vocals on one more track. I got 7 new songs. I'm not shopping it to labels right now. I'm waiting for this fucking virus shit to be done. I just gotta mix master it and do that one song, and it's ready to go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release the 7-inch. I'm gonna do Westcoast worldwide in the United States, or license it through a company here. And I got Straight Up Records I can fuck with in Japan. Then in Europe, I'm gonna fuck with Cortex. I got a homie in Australia. So I'm gonna try to do 4 different releases and then do a 7-inch, get that going. And then I'm gonna put an EP out, because no one listens to full lengths no more. Let's be real.
No.
So right now I'm gonna push for these next 7 songs for Hoods to come out. I'm gonna do videos for at least 5 of them, and then fucking tour like we always do, man, and get back on the fucking road. The coronavirus shit set us off, but the thing is in 2019 we did 110 shows, and in 2020 we would have cleared 150 shows. So we never fell off. We never stopped. We just started touring Europe exclusively, because for years in the United States you couldn't get paid $500 and spend $600 to get to the next show.
Yeah,
because the gas prices, and we had fucking Obama I mean, I voted for Obama the first time, but that put the fucking coffin nail in this country back then. And right after that, the fucking gas prices and everything went up. And that's when we started touring Europe.
Yeah. You can't make money off fucking music anymore either. So
well, hey, watch the gas prices right now. Look at, I mean, we're fucked.
Yeah, I know. They've already gone up. They've already gone up. Fucking. So what is it there? What's your gas price there, though? What's your gas prices there?
I spent $4.09 on 87 yesterday.
A gallon?
Yep.
For me, I thought it was insane. I paid like $2.52.
What? Yo, hey, that's Cali, bro. That's Gavin Newsom, man. That's
I knew it was high there, but I didn't know $4 fucking bucks.
These politicians are running California into the fucking ground. You know, it's like the San Francisco is destroyed. Oakland is destroyed. Los Angeles is destroyed. Sacramento is the meth capital of fucking the West Coast. It always has been. It's getting to the point where, you know, if we don't switch up our representation of our local, you know, I don't know what the terminology would be, but we got to get our fucking shit straight. And, you know, especially like, I'm no one to complain. Look at Flint, Michigan. How many politicians say they're going to help you and haven't done a fucking thing?
All of them.
Zero credibility.
Yeah.
And keep that in, like I said earlier, keep that in mind when people have different political views. Fuck all politicians. Keep your friendships over any politics, straight up. Unless there's some Nazi, then you shoot him in the fucking mouth. then you bring out the old Betty Ford clinic, and it's time to get down. Tap, tap.
Ooh, that's it.
Nighty night. Keep that butthole tight.
Hey, yeah, man. I mean, we can wrap it up. That was a fucking good time.
Okay, word. Hey, Rob, thank you very much, man. And next time I'm in Detroit, man, hopefully we could catch up with Jeff, Beast, Dougie, Bird. We could do a cool, like, I don't know who's cool back. I hear different things about, I don't know anything about Detroit or who's cool with who, but I love Jeff, man. And I definitely want to see Jeff next time I'm out there, bro.
Yeah, man. I thought about you next time, like a show wherever. I want to fucking bring my shit there and do it, you know, live on the scene.
Absolutely.
You know,
anything.
Hell yeah,
Anything
bro.
you need.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it again, and I'll let you know when it's out if you want to fucking rewatch it or tell your friends or whatever. But
What I was gonna ask you is like when you do have it properly ready, just let me know how to share it and stuff, and I'll promote it because what you're doing is cool, and
Thank
it's
you.
like, and you're welcome. The thing is we used to have zines. We used to have this wonderful zine that this guy's back, by the way, Chris Wynn. He's from New York City. He does In Effect magazine. So what you're doing right now, props to you for doing that. It's basically like a fanzine that you
Yeah,
could watch.
this is the
So
version.
this is the new version of the zines. So, and not only that, check out Chris Wynn at In Effect as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other people doing it, so there's a lots of fucking shit to look at.
Hey man, hardcore's fucking back, dude. 2019, I went back on the road in the United States with Hoods. We did This Is Hardcore out in Philly. Fucking, we went all the way out there. We did 37 shows in 36 days. And fucking before this pandemic, our shit is back. We'll see you on the road for sure.
All right, man. Thank
Hey,
you.
maybe I could hit up Jeff. Hood's cold as life.
Oh shit! It'd be a dream come
You know
true.
that could happen.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, they're easy to get a hold of. You have to start working it out now. We'll make it happen.
I'm on it. I'm gonna call him next.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you.
Thank
All
you.
right, brother. See you, man.
Thank you guys, man. Cheers.
All right.